Welcome to part 2 of the 3-part video series, Reinventing Yourself Thinner and Healthier. I'm Sharon Ball, and as I've said before, I've spent 30 years in healthcare, first as a nurse and then as a nurse practitioner, counseling patients on weight loss and healthy lifestyles. So I'm going to address all the different causes of weight gain and obesity in this video series. We all have more than one reason that causes us to put on weight. We may not have all the reasons listed, but we all have more than one. So we have to recognize those reasons so that we can manage them and lose weight and then maintain a healthy weight. Now remember that this information is not intended to take the place of advice from your medical provider and is for educational and informational purposes only. Now we're going to talk a little bit about our thinking. We tend to have a mindset that actually tends to make us gain weight. We need to establish a mindset that focuses on our abilities rather than our limitations, and that thinks about what we want instead of what we don't want. The law of attraction tells us that what we think about and what we focus on is what we're going to get. So we need to develop a positive mindset and a hopeful mindset and assume that we can succeed in weight loss, and then learn what we need to learn so that we can create new behaviors that actually help us lose weight and maintain that new, healthier weight. Often we become actually addicted to food, especially the refined carbohydrates and sugary foods. These are the foods that are quickly turned into sugar by the body and entered the bloodstream, and then they target the same receptors in the brain that addictive drugs such as nicotine, alcohol, and illicit drugs target. When these receptors are stimulated, they secrete dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins into our bloodstream, and these are neurochemicals that produce feelings of pleasure and contentment, as well as dulling both emotional and physical pain. So is it any wonder that we want to eat these foods that tend to make us gain weight? Because short term, they do make us feel better. Long term, though, they cause multiple problems. An interesting fact is that exercise also stimulates these same receptors and results in the same dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins being released into our bloodstream. So this alone would be a good reason to take up exercise, even if exercise didn't also benefit most of our body's other organs and tissues. So if you want a lift, if you want to feel better, instead of eating a lot of sugar, exercise will give you the same feel better. The behaviors that form the criteria for identifying addiction are very similar to those of eating disorders. The biological mechanisms that explain addiction are very similar to those that account for eating disorders. Food addiction, as well as alcohol and drug addiction, is a progressive illness that has its beginnings in recreational use and progresses to pathological use. In the case of food addiction, we refer to the addiction as an eating disorder. Eating disorders can be things like anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, compulsive eating, stress eating, and emotional eating. To lose weight, you must address all of the issues that are relative to your weight gain. So whether you have an eating disorder or just a lifestyle that's very sedentary, whether you just typically eat larger portion sizes than what you should, or you don't have the knowledge you need to eat healthy, or you lack support, or you're addicted to sugar, or you're sleep deprived, or whatever the case may be, you need to address each and every one of these issues in order to lose weight. And I can help you with this. So check out Reinvent Yourself Thinner and Healthier on my website and sign up for a complimentary strategy call at tinyurl.com/reinventing your weight. Weight loss coaching can help you gain the knowledge you need to create a better life, help you see the true priorities in your life, help you gain improved self-esteem, self-confidence, self-knowledge, help you identify and correct limiting beliefs, help you identify and evaluate all possible options that are available to you, and help you take a proactive rather than a reactive stance to life so that you can take control of your health and create a healthy lifestyle. Coaching helps you develop clarity and structure so that you move steadily toward your goals, and it helps you identify and remove the obstacles that prevent you from achieving your full potential. Virtual coaching, that means coaching like on the telephone, includes not having to travel to a location to receive the training and coaching that you need and want, and allows you to immediately implement the strategies you learned during the training call. Now, if you do group coaching, then you not only learn from the program facilitator, but also from the others in the group that have been there and done that and have many of the same issues that you have. So let's move on to obstacles that may prevent you from losing weight. For instance, lacking necessary knowledge related to making the desired changes, or lacking desire and motivation, lacking necessary skills for putting the desired changes into action. And here's a big one: a stronger desire for immediate gratifications related to not changing than for the future benefits you would get from making healthy changes. And also triggers that pull you back into the habit you're trying to change. Cher said, "Fitness, if it came in a bottle, everyone would have a great body." And unfortunately, healthy eating is not going to give you significant weight loss unless you increase your activity levels at the same time. Simple ways to increase your activity as you go about your daily life include using the stairs instead of the elevator or escalator whenever possible, walking instead of driving when you're only going a short distance, and I'm talking like 6 blocks is a short distance, parking at the far end of the parking lot when shopping, and then you have to walk across the parking lot to go into the store. If you have a desk job, bring a sandwich, some cheese, and go for a walk over your lunch hour instead of sitting at your desk working through your lunch hour. You could do some stretching exercises at your desk, watch less television, and garden or play outdoors with the children or the dog. And then you can do some formal exercise, such as when you're watching television, maybe you could do hand weights or resistance bands during the commercials. Or maybe you could join a softball team or learn to play tennis or go bowling or go dancing on weekends. Walk in the park with a friend. You might want to consider hiring a personal trainer for a couple visits to set up a strength training regimen for you, and then you could alternate strength training days with cardio days. If you have a health issue and difficulty exercising, remember that almost anyone can walk for exercise, and when you walk you don't need expensive equipment or a gym membership. But remember that when you start an exercise program, it's a good idea to clear it first with your healthcare provider. Then start small and gradually increase as you get stronger and exercise becomes more of a habit. When you're walking, measure the distance you're walking rather than walking for a specific amount of time. That way you can gradually increase the distance by walking faster. Build up to a walking program or any cardio workout of at least 30 minutes 4 to 5 times a week. Remember, if it's going to be, then it's up to me. I'm Sharon Ball, and you can find me at www.reinventingyourselftoday.com. And this is the end of the part 2 video. So join us in part 3 of Reinventing Yourself Thinner and Healthier. And don't forget to sign up for a free strategy call at tinyurl.com/reinventing your weight.